All right. This is about that death battle, Superman versus Goku, Goku versus Superman, whatever. All right. It's just too much anomalies, too much stuff that's not really. They're not. It's not explained accurately. It's like what are you talking about? One, yeah, he didn't use a pole. That's it. He didn't use a pole in Dragon Ball Z. Period. He what? He stopped using the pole in Dragon Ball. What are you talking about? When he okay, the enemy Superman face. I've never seen Superman teleport and fight. In Dragon Ball Z, they constantly teleport and fight. It's Superman. I never seen that. They're not teleporting and fighting, and he's countering blows, and he could fight all of a sudden. Superman can't fight worth crap. He gets punched. Someone throws a simple punch at him who's strong, and he gets hit. You have to be skilled to hit Goku. Superman did martial arts. I'll give him a year. He did various martial arts, Kryptonian martial arts for a year. Goku's been doing martial arts since he was a kid. How do you think he could even touch him hand to hand? No. He can move faster. He can move fast. Both people can move fast. Goku moved faster. He can move. He's used to moving faster. That's what he does. That's normal stuff. All the stuff that they're saying Superman could do, all this planet stuff, da 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 da. And by the way, when he was moved to planet Earth, Green Lantern made this little crank thing, and he backpacked it with Green Lantern's help. He didn't push it. I didn't see him push it. He did in the old Superman. I remember he pushed the planet in the old Superman. Yeah, but in the illustration, it was a harness. They're taking. Here's another thing that is just completely exaggerated. They're taking different things that Superman has done in different episodes, in different comic books, and different people who wrote it, different everything. It's all different. If he did a single one of these amazing things, like that megaton punch and stuff, you have to catch somebody with that. You can't just, he has a megaton punch, so if he throws it, he's automatically going to hit his opponent. No, he has to catch your opponent. It's a fight. You have to catch somebody with a megaton punch. If he moves that fast, he could catch anybody in a DC universe. If you take him and put him in a Dragon Ball Z universe, it's a different story. It's not the same universe. DC universe, Dragon Ball Z universe, completely different. It's as easy as this. Put all of Goku's adversaries, not Dragon Ball. We don't even have to put Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, not even GT. We're not even going to touch GT. Dragon Ball Z, all of Goku's enemies versus all of Superman's enemies. What the heck? What? Frieza, none of them could get past Frieza. None of them. No, who? I want someone to tell me who could beat Frieza from the DC universe. Frieza. Please be aware of Frieza's abilities. I'm talking about Frieza with the horns. The first form of Frieza. Destroyer of planets, galaxies. He does Galactus type shit. Like, easily. Galactus consumes planets. Frieza destroys them. He considers destroying planets like a little kid's game. Like, here you go. And no energy. Superman may be able to do these things, but they're forgetting the fact that he's not doing it effortlessly. He's doing it, but he's going to be tired after that. Vegeta blew up a planet with a finger. Was it tired? This stuff is common in the DC universe. About him standing there vibrating. Goku did that as soon as he got on Namek. When he fought Jason Berger, they couldn't touch him. He was too fast. It's a difference. There's so much power boost in Dragon Ball Z, they completely regarded all the power boosts. From Namek to the Android Saga, nobody could touch anybody in the Android Saga compared to when they was on Namek. They can't even touch them. That's a big difference. Superman can be touched. No matter how powerful he gets, there's someone in the universe that can mess with him. When they get to their strongest points in Dragon Ball Z, they can't be touched. For millennia, they couldn't touch Frieza's family. Frieza's family was basically the strongest in the universe at that time, before Goku reached Super Saiyan. No, they're not considering all this. When Vegeta and Nappa came to planet Earth, and Vegeta and Nappa are nothing compared to Frieza. Nappa goes like this. Yum. City's obliterated. With 2 fingers, he lifts his ki up and does the attack. The whole city's obliterated. When Vegeta powers up, when he's fighting Goku, This planet is shaking. They can feel it at Master Roshi's house. The whole planet is shaking. This is the first season of Dragon Ball Z. We're just talking about the first season here. Superman could do all this stuff, and it's amazing. Yes, even if it's godlike everything, the megaton punch, the how much force, how much he could lift, and all this stuff. But it's Western beliefs versus Asian beliefs, and Asian beliefs. I'm a martial artist. Asian beliefs. Okay, if a man could pick up a boulder, a big giant boulder, versus a man with a rock that can hit you dead accurate right here, who do you think's gonna win? What the freak? Who cares how much someone could pick up? Who cares how strong someone's punch is? Can you hit your opponent? Can you hurt your opponent with that attack? Can you catch your opponent? This stuff is not how it was blasphemy how he was fighting Goku hand to hand evenly. That's what his martial arts, the martial arts between both of them is on a whole different level. If Goku goes to the DC universe, he will school all of them, all of everybody. They could all attack him at once, and he will destroy all of them. Like, what the heck? I'm talking. And remember, when every time he reached a new level of power, his normal form without going Super Saiyan was way stronger. He don't even need to go Super Saiyan to fight. Okay, I'll say if Superman, that godlike Superman that goes into the sun and charges up for 15 minutes, he could go against regular Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan Goku, if he goes into the DC universe, he'll be considered a god. People don't realize the difference in the universes. This stuff is a big deal in the DC universe of what Superman can do, because in the DC universe they can't do that stuff. He's the only one who can do this stuff. That's why. In the Dragon Ball Z universe, this stuff is basic. Destroying planets, moving planets, destroying them, that stuff is child's play. That stuff could have happened many times. Goku is a focused fighter. He could focus his energy so much that he could fight extremely powerful opponents without destroying the planet. Yet people don't even consider that he has to really focus his energy not to destroy the planet. Like Superman, he was like, oh, it's time for me to cut loose. That was sick when he did that to Darkseid. I love that part when he messed up Darkseid on the last episode of Justice League. But yeah, Goku always holds back. He has to, because he's gonna destroy the planet himself. That's obvious. That stuff is common stuff in Dragon Ball Z. You don't even need to put instant transmission in account here. Like, no. Instant transmission could be activated if he pinpoints any kind of key. It doesn't have to be someone he knows. It could be anything. If he senses, like in the Broly movie, he didn't know Broly. He sensed him though from across the universe. He could, if he pinpoints, if he focuses on a certain point of the universe, and he picks up on something, it could be anything. It could be a freaking alien frog. He could teleport there, easy. We're not even gonna put that in the account, because it's insulting to even say Goku has to resort to using instant transmission to teleport Superman somewhere else to fight him. No, if he's that strong, if Superman is that powerful all the time, they're not even. That's the thing. Goku doesn't need a power source. There's no power source. He's as strong as he is from his training. That's just him. Superman, all this stuff that he could do, these are different days. These are different times, different comic books, different illustrations, different everything. They don't show what Superman does after he does this stuff. They don't show how tired he is. They completely ignore the fact they're contradicting themselves. They say, okay, every time Superman takes damage, he's losing some of that sunlight. So what makes you think that if Goku hits him, even if he's in normal, because how they illustrated Goku, he's at Super Saiyan 4. His normal form is godlike already. Every time he gets a new Super Saiyan power, his normal form increases too. And it's a giant power boost. It's not just... No, it's a giant power boost. When Saiyans fight, they get stronger. When Kryptonians fight, they get weaker. This stuff is basic. Like, how can you even say any of that stuff? That whole fight took place. I remember Superman got shot with a laser beam with the Kamehameha, destroyed that building or whatnot, and he was just standing there. How? That if you've seen a comic or anything, we get shot by just lasers that Lex Luthor makes or somebody, and not kryptonite. We're not talking about no kryptonite. Lex Luthor or anybody makes. It doesn't. Come on, like it hurts him. He gets shot with it. So, Goku, it has to be a certain level of power for it to hurt him. Even if Superman survives it, it still hurts him. What do you think will happen when he fights him evenly? That he can't. How can he even fight him evenly? Superman gets hurt by people who can't fight. They can't fight. They're just strong people who's throwing fast punches at him. Goku has skill. He could counter. Boom. Knock him out the way. Redirect his punches. All of that. Everything. This is what. Oh, Superman can fly to the sun in a split. Like, what the freak? He did that one time. You're talking about stuff he does one time. Like, once. That's just one time. It doesn't. It's not showing what is the side effects of him doing all this stuff. He's not just, oh, I'm okay. Da, da, da. He's tired as shit after he does this stuff. This is after he does all this amazing stuff. Moving the planets, shooting an eye laser that destroys the planet. That's basic stuff in Dragon Ball Z, people. Basic stuff. They've been doing that since the beginning of the series. This basic. When they fight each other one on one, it's a focused battle. If they let themselves go completely, if they were just blasting shit and weren't targeting each other, the planet would be dead already. It would just be destroyed, easy. Super Saiyan destroyed planet with quickness. Vegeta did it. He wasn't even near Super Saiyan. When he kept transforming, when Goku kept transforming against Superman. How was Superman just keeping up with so much of a power boost? It's like an automatic car engine. An automatic car versus a manual car. Now, if a car expert, a manual car will smoke an automatic car. Why? An automatic car is as strong as he is. Just like they said Superman is as strong as he is, or as he needs to be, as is, right? Okay, with a manual car, Superman's the automatic car. With a manual car, Goku, you increase the level. So they're fighting here, right? Da 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 da. They're even. Boom, they're even. They're at a plateau. They're even right here. Goku increases. Boom. That's boom, boom, boom. He should be messing him up. Goku increases again. Boom. He's still here. Goku increases again. This is Super Saiyan 3 right here. Goku increases again. That's what? And he's not damaged. No, his clothes aren't ripped. Superman not damaged. Yet he was getting a beating from Doomsday. And he coughed up blood, and he was basically done after he coughed up blood. Saiyans bleed day in, day out. They love to bleed. Vegeta loves to bleed. He got shot dead in the face by Kid Buu. And please don't say Superman could beat Kid Buu, because y'all would really have to slap yourselves. Kid Buu blasted Vegeta in the face, all that stuff. Point blank range, in his face. Like, I've never seen Superman survive shit like that. He survived stuff. This is different things. This is different comics, different. You're making a Superman that's formed up after all these comics versus one entity from Dragon Ball Z. Even so, he still doesn't have a chance. It's not the same stuff. You put Goku, you put Superman actually in the DC. You put Superman in the Dragon Ball Z universe. Put it like that. It's not going to be the same. His powers aren't going to be as a big a deal. He's in that universe. The different universes, DC universe are limited. That's the limits to their power. That's why it's such a big deal in the DC universe of what Superman can do. If you put him in the Dragon Ball Z universe, it's a different story. It's not the same thing. What do you mean? Like, what? This doesn't make any sense. The power pole thing, he stopped using that after Dragon Ball. Like, what does he need the power pole for? He doesn't need it. The concept of his energy, Goku's an idiot. Yeah, in basic everyday things. When it comes to fighting, he's a Saiyan. He will kill you. He's a Saiyan. Are you serious? Like, what Super Saiyan 4 is the human form of the Great Ape. And a Super Saiyan Great Ape at that level, like, that's not even, you can't even put that. If you put Goku on the planet When Goku looked in the mirror when he was Super Saiyan 4, the mirror cracked because the energy was so. The mirror was just like everything around him was breaking because this is godlike stuff. It don't seem like godlike stuff in Dragon Ball Z universe because it's normal to them. If you put Dragon Ball Z characters in DC or Marvel universes, and DC and Marvel is my all-time favorite. You can ask anybody who knows me for sure. It's godlike. It's not a comparison. It's not. What are you talking about? It's that whole death battle thing was very biased. Of course, I'm not going for any side. I've seen Dragon Ball Z later. I grew up watching Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men. That's my shit. I seen Dragon Ball Z later, but I, being truthful, honestly noticed. Obviously, I'm like, whoa, these motherfuckers are gods. Like, what the hell? Like, Superman did all this stuff one time. Like, this stuff, and they make a big deal about it because it's in the DC universe. No one else can do that. If everyone else can do what he does, they would make a big deal about it. It's obvious stuff, people. Like, what do you? Yeah, it's just obvious stuff. Yeah, that is really just it's like no, and it's sad because it leaves so many people misinformed. Like, if someone will go to Japan and say that, they'll be like, what? Like, huh? Like, do you watch the series? Do you know the concepts of fighting? Like, no. He could do a megaton punch that does this much force. And can he hit his opponent? Can he do it? Can he hit his opponent? Goku could teleport. He could instant transmission out the way of any of that shit. He won't even, if he instant transmission behind him and he shoots him with something, it's done. He doesn't know what just happened. He will be dead without knowing what happened. He may have survived. Superman can survive this kind of stuff, but he still get knocked out. That it's a one-on-one fight. He wouldn't be able to. What can he do to Goku that will knock him out? That Megaton punch, maybe, but he has to hit him first. Goku constantly teleports when he fights. Superman doesn't teleport that much when he fights. When he fights people, he gets his ass whooped by people who don't teleport. They don't teleport. Darkseid never teleported in his fucking life. He's an old stone. I don't know what the hell he is. He's an alien, but I don't know what he's made out of. But he doesn't teleport. Doomsday does not teleport. He's a big ogre-looking thing. What? Come on. Like, you guys that just don't. Being in denial is ugly. Like, just it's not cool. It's for me to have pride of a DC comic and a Marvel comic lover. I'm gonna be truthful. Like, Dragon Ball Z, there's no comparison. You can't compare those universes. That's not even. And when they try to even so, when they try to compare Sonic, with Vegeta, like, I was like, what? Like, no, this stuff, you have to remember, different universes, different things come to play. Different things matter. It's not all like, oh man, when they said about that shadow, like, Vegeta won, but they made it too close. Like, that's not even right. Like, dude, what? Like, this teleporting stuff, all the special shit that they can do, it's amplified. Like, the teleportation method from when they was fighting, when Goku and Vegeta first fought on Earth, compared to the teleportation method when they're fighting on Namek, just from that time span, is completely different speeds. It's levels beyond. Didn't you see in Dragon Ball Z? Oh shit, I can't even see. They say, oh yeah, Superman can see some high speed movement. Yeah, they've been doing high speed movement since the beginning of the series. It's a way another level of different speed from the beginning of the series to even Namek. We can even go to the Android saga. Then we could go to the Cell saga. Like, it's completely different speed. They get to the point where they can't even touch anybody. Cell will destroy everybody in the DC universe. Period. Perfect form Cell, everyone's dead. He can regenerate. He's super fast. He could fight. He has all these fighting skills. What? Goku fought Cell evenly. He didn't beat him because Cell was too damn strong. His son did. Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 1, from when he was on Namek with Frieza, versus Super Saiyan 2 when he was way stronger than Perfect Form Cell. Because remember, not only is this Super Saiyan, remember they made Ascended Super Saiyan. That's a way different level because a regular Super Saiyan couldn't beat an android. Ascended Super Saiyan could beat Perfect Form, a second form cell, which first form cell was stronger than an android. Second form cell way surpassed that, and then Ascended Saiyan surpassed second form cell. So they're completely disregarding the power boost in Goku in the Super Saiyan, in the Saiyan heritage. They're not giving him all his credit. They're not even giving him close to any of his credit on that death battle stuff. Then what they're doing is they're putting video game Goku versus comic book Superman. It's video game Goku versus comic book Superman. Video game Vegeta versus video game Shadow. It's video game. It's video game knowledge and stuff. That's all it is. It's not the series. Because if it was a series, it's way different. Like what? It's way different. It's from what they're trying to illustrate. Like you guys are crazy. Like, but like he said, no. The death battle. Don't get me wrong either. The death battle, I love it. I just because I like how the whole animation and how they put it and the commentary. I like it, but it's just the information. No, it was Goku was trolled trolled. Goku was majorly trolled. They know this. I'm pretty sure they do. And if they don't, they need to watch the full series of Dragon Ball Z. I'm talking about watch from Vegeta Saga to the end of Majin Buu Saga. Don't even touch GT because you don't even need to do that. Don't touch GT. Watch from there to there, and then make another one because you didn't. There's no. It's completely inaccurate. They're not considering the power boosts. The Super Saiyan 1 power boost that's a power boost in itself. From when he first turned Super Saiyan and when Vegeta first turned Super Saiyan and Trunks was a Super Saiyan. When there was the 3 Super Saiyans, they couldn't beat androids. When they got the hyperbolic time chamber, no one even mentioned that. When they got the hyperbolic time chamber, come on. He wasn't second form cell wasn't a match for Vegeta anymore. And Goku and Gohan was way stronger than Trunks and Vegeta. It's complete. It's power boost, people. It's so much power involved. They're not even all that stuff that Superman could do. They Trunks or anybody or Vegeta, they don't try that kind of stuff. They never even had to try it. If they did, yeah. Vegeta was in space training, destroying freaking comets when it was coming to when he was trying to turn Super Saiyan, he was destroying comets. Like this is training. He's just training, doing shit. Stuff is normal in the DBZ universe. DC universe, DBZ universe is different scales altogether. Superman is very powerful. He's Superman. That's shit. He's the shit. But you can't just disregard your opponent. That's just all wrong. That's false information. You're misleading so many people. You got all the people, yay, Superman does win. Like, no, people, like, do your research. Spider-Man is my all-time favorite. If they say Spider-Man versus Superman and they say Superman wins, if they say Spider-Man wins, I'm gonna be like, fuck no. Spider-Man's my favorite. I'm gonna say no. He can't beat Superman. Hell no. So it's the same thing with this. I'm not going for either side. I've seen both series. It's obvious who would win that. That's not even a fight. That's not a fight, people. It's not a fight. Anyway, yeah. It's not a fight. If you think I'm wrong, it's fine. I would like you to do your research, though. There's a lot of people who answering stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, da, 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 da. And they're just talking about instant transmission and about the sun and all that. No, cut all that off. Consider the power of the GBZ universe, of what they can do. They only focus on what Superman can do. They only look at Goku's strength. They're only measuring his physical strength and what he could lift. And that doesn't matter. They're not considering the force of the blast they throw. They're not considering that. They're not considering the fact that they can stop these blasts. How many times did Goku stop the blast with his hands or his blast back? He did it with his bare hands. Blast. He countered stuff. Superman doesn't do that. He gets blasted when he'll try to stop it, but hell nah. He gets blasted. Spirit Bomb. You don't even need to put Spirit Bomb in the equation. Superman didn't get damaged the whole time they was fighting. He wasn't losing his power. After that whole fight, he was Super Saiyan 4, shot a beam at him, 10 times Kamehameha. We can't even measure how powerful that is compared to even the Cell Saga. But anyway, he shot that beam, and after all the fight, now remember, they said after Superman fights, he loses his power. He was still able to counter it instantly. Come on. Come on. If you think this is all true, I'm sorry. Just do more research and everything. That's all I could tell you. You just need to do more research, because it's not accurate. It's nowhere near accurate. Like, what? Please watch the series. It's video game Goku versus comic book Superman. That's what they did.